All right, welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Glad to be back.
You know, it's fascinating how much buzz there is around AI these days. It's everywhere you turn. But today, we're going beyond the typical headlines.
Going a little deeper.
Yeah. We're diving into a thought-provoking excerpt from pasted text called Nurturing Natural Intelligence in the Age of Artificial Intelligence.
Catchy title.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it gets you thinking. I mean, we talk a lot about artificial intelligence, but what about our own intelligence?
Exactly.
How do we nurture that, especially in a world that's becoming, well, increasingly dominated by AI?
And that's where this piece gets really interesting. It's not about pitting humans against machines, but understanding how they complement each other.
Right, like each has its own strengths.
And the more AI advances, the more it actually highlights what makes human intelligence special. Like, think about it. AI is incredible at processing massive amounts of data.
Oh, absolutely. Way faster than we could ever dream of.
Right. But when it comes to things like empathy, creativity, and those nuanced human interactions,
AI still has a long way to go.
exactly. Those are the areas where human intelligence really shines. And that's a key takeaway from this excerpt. It's not about competition. It's about recognizing the unique value that each brings to the table.
And you know, what really struck me was this analogy of a crossroads. Like, we're at this pivotal point in history where we have to make conscious choices about how we develop both AI and ourselves.
It's a powerful image, right? Because it really drives home the idea that we're not just passive observers in this AI revolution.
We have agency. We have choices to make.
Exactly. And this piece introduces a concept called ACWOL. It stands for a complicated way of life.
Okay, ACWOL, I like that.
It's basically a framework for navigating the complexities of modern existence.
Here's that.
And the first tenet of ACWOL is particularly relevant to our discussion today. It states that attaining maximum intellect is the highest purpose of life.
Whoa, okay, that's a big statement. Maximum intellect. What does that even mean?
Yeah, it's easy to get hung up on the wording.
Right, like, are we all supposed to become geniuses overnight?
No, not at all. It's not about just being smart. It's about continuous learning, critical thinking, and expanding your understanding of the world. It's about constantly challenging your assumptions, seeking out new perspectives, and connecting ideas in new and creative ways.
So it's more about, like, the journey of learning and growth rather than just reaching some arbitrary endpoint of intelligence.
Exactly. It's about embracing the process of intellectual development and recognizing that it's a lifelong pursuit.
And, you know, I think it's really empowering because it means that anyone can strive for maximum intellect regardless of their background or current level of knowledge.
Absolutely. It's about fostering a mindset of curiosity and a thirst for knowledge.
So how does all of this connect to the rise of AI? Why is this focus on human intellect so important in the age of artificial intelligence?
That's where the real urgency comes in. This isn't just an abstract philosophical debate. It has real-world implications. We can't just sit back and let AI shape our future without actively shaping ourselves.
Right, because AI is a tool.
A very powerful tool.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
It all depends on who's wielding it and what their intentions are.
Exactly. So if we want to ensure that AI is used for the benefit of humanity, we need to develop our own intellect and our own ethical compass.
That's the key. AI doesn't have ethics or morals. It's up to us as humans to guide its development and application in ways that align with our values.
And that's where this concept of maximum intellect comes full circle. It's not just about being smart for the sake of being smart. It's about being equipped to navigate the complexities of this new world we're creating with AI.
I like how you put that, the new world we're creating, because it really emphasizes that we have a role to play in shaping this future.
It's not something that's just happening to us. We're active participants.
And this excerpt highlights 3 key areas where embracing the pursuit of maximum intellect can have a profound impact. First, it's about maximizing human potential.
So unlocking our full capabilities?
Exactly. We often underestimate what we're capable of. But by cultivating our intellect, we unlock creativity, problem-solving abilities, and adaptability. And in a world that's constantly changing, adaptability is key.
Oh, especially with AI developing so rapidly. Like, who knows what jobs will even exist in 10 years?
Right. We need to be able to learn new things, adapt to new situations, and think critically to thrive in this evolving landscape.
That makes a lot of sense. What's the second area?
The second is guardianship of human values. As we've discussed, AI doesn't have its own sense of ethics.
It's a reflection of the values of its creators, which could be, you know, not so great.
Precisely. That's why it's crucial for us as humans to develop our own strong ethical framework. And that comes from cultivating our intellect, engaging with different perspectives, and developing a deep understanding of human values.
So we can ensure that AI is used in ways that benefit humanity as a whole, not just a select few.
Exactly. It's about using our intelligence to guide AI in a positive direction. And that brings us to the third impact,
Which is,
restoring purpose and direction. In a world of information overload and constant distraction, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed.
oh yeah, I definitely feel that sometimes.
But focusing on intellectual growth provides a sense of purpose and clarity. It's about becoming a discerning thinker, not just a consumer of content.
So it's like, instead of just passively scrolling through social media, we're actively engaging with ideas, seeking out knowledge, and using our critical thinking skills to filter through all the noise.
Exactly. It's about being intentional with our time and energy and focusing on what truly matters.
And I think that's something we can all benefit from, whether we're worried about AI or not.
Absolutely. It's about taking ownership of our own intellectual development and recognizing that it's a key ingredient to living a fulfilling and meaningful life.
This has been such an insightful conversation. It really makes you think about the bigger picture. But I have to ask, the excerpt also mentions some potential dangers of AI.
Right. It wouldn't be a complete conversation without addressing those.
It talks about existential threats, which sounds pretty intense.
It is a serious issue, and that's why all of this discussion about nurturing natural intelligence is so crucial. It's not just about personal growth, it's about the future of humanity.
So it's like a shared responsibility. We all have a role to play in ensuring that AI is developed and used responsibly.
Exactly. Every person who chooses to embrace lifelong learning, critical thinking, and ethical reasoning is contributing to a safer, more thoughtful future.
It's empowering to think that our individual choices can have such a ripple effect.
And ultimately, this piece argues that in a world where AI is becoming increasingly sophisticated, it's our human intellect that truly defines us. ACWOL is a reminder to prioritize what makes us uniquely human: our capacity for empathy, compassion, creativity, and critical thought.
It's a call to action to embrace our humanity, even as we embrace the advancements of technology.
Beautifully said. And I'm curious, what are your thoughts on all of this? If attaining maximum intellect is truly the highest purpose of life, what steps can you take today to embark on that journey? What knowledge or skills would you like to develop?
Wow, that's a great question to ponder. We encourage all of you listening to really reflect on this conversation, explore these ideas further, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask questions and challenge your own assumptions.
Because that's what intellectual growth is all about.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Until next time.
Keep those minds engaged.
And keep learning.
Can see you all later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.